Good morning, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got a runner special this week. So each day from Monday to Friday, we're going to be working from the feet up to the neck and shoulders. So today it would be useful if you've got something like a roll that we can put behind the shins for later. But we're going to start seated to start with. So just sit up on your blocks, and even if you're not a runner, this is a really wonderful sequence just for your feet, for your ankles, so you don't need to be a runner. I definitely don't run. So let's just close the eyes for a second. Just be aware of how you are this Monday morning. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then we'll blink the eyes open. We'll interlace the fingers and turn the hands inside out. And with the arms straight, stretch your arms above the head. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then bring the hands down. Change the crossing of the fingers. So you bring the opposite index finger in front. And then inhale, stretch the arms up. Allow the legs to relax down. And then bring the hands down in front. We're going to come forwards onto all fours now. So we just do a simple stretch for the calves. So on all four, I want you to press up in between the shoulders. Have your left knee and hip in line. And then stretch the right toes forwards, right heel away. And after a couple of breaths, if you can stretch the toes even more forwards, heel slightly further away, and take a deep breath in and out here. And then bring the knee down, and then we'll switch sides. So stretch, right knee and hip in line. Stretch the left heel away. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then bring the knees together. So you're going to have the knees slightly further away from each other. So almost kind of just slightly wider than the hips. And then the big toes together, and really stretch the toes out. Now, if this is really painful for you, you can either keep the hands down, just wiggling my toes out, or you can put something like a foam block or a towel behind you so that you can come up. And we want to try and get those front hips lifting. So the tightness in the feet are going to make your hips want to be here. I want you to lift the hips. Right arm on top of the left. And breathe into the back of the body. The arms are an extra. We want to focus on the feet today. And then we'll come forwards and tap out those toes. So from here, we're going to bring the right foot on top of the left, so the right metatarsals. Make sure that your outer heels press towards each other, so you're not collapsing on the heels, and then sit back. And the same, if you have knee pain, you can have the calf supported with a foam. And then that's going to keep the back of the knees open. So from here, bring the left arm on top of the right. And then stretch the elbows up. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then release the hands. And then we'll come back up. And then you're going to change left foot on top of the right. So keep the outer ankles pressing towards each other. Sit back. And then from here, you're going to stretch the right arm up, bring the right hand down, and then use your left arm just to open the space in the armpit chest. Take a deep breath in and out here, and then release the top hand. And then we'll come back to that first exercise. So we're going to stretch the toes forwards again, spread the little toes. This is really nice for kind of plantar fasciitis, which I can't pronounce, with the fascia on the soles of the feet. So now you're doing that first exercise again. Maybe it's got a little bit easier. Bring the left arm up, bend the left hand, and then bring the right hand to the top of the left shoulder. So you're breathing into the side chest. One more deep breath in and out. And then release the hands, and then come back onto all fours. Tap the toes out. And then we'll tuck the toes under and we'll do downward facing dog. So stretch the toes forwards, press the heels down, make the kneecaps firm. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out here. And then step forwards and come up. So if you've got 2 foam blocks, you can make a little ledge like this. And we're going to bring the, you could be on the bricks as well. So if you've got bricks, or you can put your roll of your towel. So the toes are going up. You can do one at a time. Now what naturally wants to happen is this collapsing of my lower back. So I want to try and keep the front hips lifting up. Make the kneecaps firm, and then you'll extend forwards, bring the hands to the back of the heels, and then head down. So you feel this all in the back of the legs. So nice for the calves. And you can also put hands on the chair if that's too much. Deep breath in and out. And then bring the hands to the hips. And inhale. Come up. And then we'll work on Virasana. So I want you to be careful of this one if you have knee pain. If you have pain in the knees, you can always just have the foam blocks. Otherwise, we're going to place our top of the feet on the roll. And then this really stretches this front ankle down. So place the feet down and have the in line with the sitting bone, stretch the toes back. And then we'll shuffle forwards a little bit. And now the top of the feet are on the rolled mat. So this is where it can get a little bit painful. Spread the little toes. And then we can release completely. So move the blanket out of the way. And then we're going to try to keep the outer ankles pressing in and lift the knees and the shins up. So feel that stretch here. And you can repeat a couple of times. So make sure that your outer ankles aren't collapsing, and then lift the shins up. And then you can bring the legs down. And then we'll come back to sitting. So if you sit up on something, and just stretch the legs out. I know it's a lot on the front ankles. So to start with, I want you to notice inner rotation and outer rotation. You see, my feet can go out much more than they can in. So I want you to just have a little play with that in your right leg and your left leg. Notice how much the knee wants to bend. So see whether you can keep the leg straight. Just notice outer rotation, inner rotation. We want to even the legs out so that there's not too much of one or the other. Then we're going to circle the right leg, the right foot even, and then change direction, and then change legs. So circle the left ankle. I know these are really simple exercises, but they can be quite painful for us. They can start to identify maybe one ankle is a little bit weaker than the other. And tomorrow we'll look at more kind of knees, calf, hamstring. So we'll do a few more leg stretches. Today I wanted to focus on the feet because they're the type of places that we miss when we start running. Especially, you know, we may have gone from sitting at our desks to suddenly running every day with the isolation and including it as our one piece of exercise. Okay, so from here, let's do a downward facing dog. So come up onto all fours, spread the hands, notice the difference in the feet and the heels and the ankles and the calves as you lift the sitting bones up. And then bring the knees down. We'll come forwards into child's pose. So feel the front of the legs. We've done a lot on the front shins today. And extend over the leg. And take a deep breath in and out here. And then walk the hands up the shoulders and come up. So that was quite a lot, 10 minutes just focusing on the ankles, feet and calf. you know, we got through quite a lot of exercises. You don't need to do all of them for every run. I would just say pick one of those exercises and do one a day if you're running every day, or kind of have it as your day off, that you're really stretching and looking after your legs, your feet, your ankles. They support us all day. So thank you so much. Please share this with your friends if you think it will be useful for them. They're runners. It's really quite a good few stretches, and I will see you tomorrow. We'll do some more hamstrings and some calves for the legs. Thanks for joining.